Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Annisa Kharismi and I will present the journals for source for my thesis for the extensive reading assignment. The title of the article journal is Types and Forms of Euphemism Used in Minangkabaunese. In the introductions, to behave politely, people tend to hide factors considered sensitive or offensive that may lead to uncomfortable communication and eventually fail to establish their relationship. The cultural characteristics euphemisms remind us that a certain familiarity with the cultural background of euphemisms is essential to the decoding of euphemisms. There are several theoretical review. The first one is euphemism and culture. Based on etymologically, euphemism is derived from a Greek language, meaning good and pheme meaning speak, which can be defined as speaking with good words. Basically, the use of euphemisms is motivated to avoid taboo words. Cultural values emerge through the use of euphemism is pointed out by Kabe, 1978, who states that euphemisms used in local languages serve as bridges that connect language with folklore. The second one is classification of euphemisms. There are several classification, but for this journal, it's divided into two: positive and negative euphemisms. Positive euphemisms has the purpose to use in order to avoid thrill, to be polite, or to achieve cooperation. And the second one is negative euphemisms. They are defensive in nature, offsetting the power of taboo terms and otherwise eradicating from the language everything that people prefer not to deal with directly. Next, forms of euphemisms. We can use 4 different forms to make a euphemisms purposes. The first one is phonetic device. It is using light reading and phonetics distortion. For the example, the word femme for vampire or shoot for shit. The second one is lexical device. The more rich parts of the discussion are rendered in another language. For the example, a fool replaces the word fat. The third one is grammatical device, euphemizing through grammatical device, negation, and ellipsis. For the example, rather than using I think it would be better for us to start off a little earlier tomorrow morning. It will be good for you if you use the negation. Wouldn't it be better for us to start off a little earlier tomorrow morning? And the last one is a rhetorical device, using periphrases and using metaphors. For example, using cherry for hymen in English, which is cherry was once considered as poetic but is nowadays as vulgarism. In the discussion, in terms of types, both positive and negative euphemisms are used in Minangkabau language found in Palantakolum. Positive euphemisms used in Palantakolum are mostly motivated to avoid using unpleasant expressions. One of the ways to perform positive euphemism is by stating the name of a particular place, like in. You can see the example. The euphemism used in this sentence is the word Muaro, which is a name of place in Padang in which a local prison is located. This word is used to euphemize the word prison, which sounds unpleasant as it is a place for arresting people who committed a crime. By using the word Muaro, the expression coming into Muaro sounds more pleasant because it is common activities done by people informal, such as coming into schools, offices, and etc. Other words in Minangkabaunese used to euphemize the word present include kandang si tumbit and it is etc. And for the second example, the word bagalintin pintin is formed through reduplication of the first set of sounds. In the conclusion, euphemism as a variation of language is applied everywhere in all human societies and used in human interactions. Euphemism is a cultural phenomenon which is determined by the norms, traditions, and ways of life in every culture. Some expressions that need euphemizing in other cultures are accepted in Minangkabaunese and vice versa. In Minangkabaunese, negative euphemism is related to the expressions which are taboo or vulgar to deliver, which is the basic motivation of creating euphemism. That's all from my presentation. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.